Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Well, today I want to talk a little bit about the change that Firefox is making with regards to AI. This is actually something that many people have called for, and Firefox is doing it in apparently the next version release, which is coming out soon. But before we get there, I did want to talk a little bit more about their approach to AI, which I don't like. The AI is hoisted upon people all over the place. I am not a fan of that. But what Firefox is doing here wins back some of my praise for it, because they are actually going to be working on giving us a master off switch. And I've tested it everywhere that I recall AI being in the browser. So, of course, what they're going to be doing is they want to create a lot of AI features. So what I did here is I installed Firefox Nightly. So this is running Firefox Nightly. Of course, it's the latest download. So this is 140. Hold on, it's run my desktop over here. This is 149.0A1. So this is an early release of what's coming to Firefox in the next release, which I think is slated for February 24th or somewhere around there. All right. But one of the things that we're going to do is down here under your settings, new tab, new window, new private window, they're going to add an AI window in here as well. That's not yet in the Nightly. So that's there. But as far as other AI options over here in the sidebar, which I find very annoying, I actually removed this from my production environments. But they have an AI chatbot here. Now, one of the things I noticed about this is every one of these are those paid AI chatbots. That's kind of annoying. And I was like, can't I get Olama working in here? It actually turns out you can. So if you go over here and they have some basic instructions where people have asked this question, all you need to do is go into your about config and do browser.ml.chat.provider, and then just edit this guy and enter the name of your server. Now, I wanted to test this, but since the version of the OS I'm recording this on is synced to the AMD processor here, the Ryzen processor, and I can't use it on my Intel, and the Ryzen computer I'm using to record this is the same one that I use for my AI server. So I can't test that feature for you. But once you add that in, then it will automatically appear as an option. It'll automatically appear as your sidebar here. And so that is certainly one of the features that you have. Now, the other thing is they have a number of things. If you right click, this is the one that's Ask an AI chatbot. This one here does not remove itself if you do the instructions to remove AI using the about config. You can always go in and click the remove AI chatbot, and that will take this menu out. But that is the other place. And the other spot that I know there's AI off the top is if you create a tab group, which I think you do. I can't ever get it exactly right. Okay, yeah, see how it kind of blues over? I hate this tab grouping. I've taken it off. But when you create the tab grouping, down here you can suggest more of your tabs. That's another AI feature. I'm going to cancel that. I hate tab grouping. Again, I turn that off in about configs as well. Not a fan of that, personally, especially since I move and manipulate tabs all the time. When I first upgraded to a Firefox with that tab or the grouped tab crap, then I actually is like, okay, that's got to go away now, because I move my tabs around a lot and I am never interested in creating a tab group. Sorry, but that's neither here nor there. Those are the places I know of AI is already added, and there's some AI language stuff as well. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but because of all of the pushback on the latest release, when the latest announcement, when the new CEO took over, he's like, we're going to make AI agentic and all this. And everyone's like, no, you ain't. We're going to quit Firefox. And I said the same thing. If it becomes excessively difficult for me to remove the AI because I don't have any interest in the AI in my browser, I'm not even necessarily going to configure mine in a production environment to use my local server. Okay, I have Open Web UI for that. I do not need that in a sidebar or attached to anything else. I can use that when I need it, and that is it. So I want no AI in my browser at all. Now, unfortunately, the code is still in here. I still wish that they would release a version without any AI in it at all. But if they're not going to do that, what they've just done here is a very, very good option, and I can give them a tremendous amount of praise. So they are going to be adding an entire master kill switch, and it takes out everything that I have found. And you can also manage it. So starting with Firefox 148, which is going to roll out. I'm on 149, so apparently this one's not out yet. But what you can do now is you can go in and you can block everything, or you can block just specific parts. And that way you still have a lot more control. So I installed Nightly because I have those options over here. So you get into your browser and you have an AI controls tab down here now. And you can come down here. Here's the on-device AI. You can set the translations as available or block. Here's your alt text image and Nightly viewer. Here's your tab group suggestions. That's that one when you, the suggestions for there. Here's your key points in link previews. And then here's chatbot providers in the sidebar. You can put that, you can set it, you can block it. And again, if you're doing the about config route, hopefully they eventually add an easy way to add your own Olama server here. But for now, you can block it, you can make it available, or you can lock it into one of them here. But supposing you're like me and you don't want any AI in your browser at all, boom, toggle it. It gives you this warning. It blocks everything. So now everything is all blocked. Nothing shows up at all. And this happens instantly. So we right click the tab. Oh, look, there's no option down here for the chat stuff. Let's go ahead and try and create another one of those annoying tabs. If I can get that to actually functionally work again. See, this is something they need to fix, because I'm intentionally wanting to make a tab group. Now the tab is no longer there, so that's good. And then here in the sidebar, everything related to AI has likewise vanished. And so this master kill switch, this guy here is, for me, the perfect compromise. Okay. Life is about compromise in many areas. And if they're not going to strip all the AI out and give us a separate version without it, this is a good option. Now, to my understanding, for all of the forks of Firefox, your Libre Wolf, your Zen browser that relies on Firefox Tor browser, to my understanding in the source code, and I haven't examined it, all of the AI is under one folder, allowing very simply for a fork to remove AI very quickly. That's my understanding. But this is, since I cast so much shade on Firefox lately, I wanted to point out when they did it right. And so this master kill switch is an absolute welcome feature enhancement for Firefox for me. So I just want to alert you about it, that will come out in the next version, which is going to be February 24th. So if you're like me and you don't want AI in your browser, as soon as you see that Firefox 148, go ahead into your settings, turn this simple button off, accept the warning, and AI will no longer appear in your Firefox browser. So thank you for that one, Mozilla. I do appreciate that positive change, and I appreciate you listening to the very vocal feedback from your community. That is what you need to do to gain back some of the trust you've lost over the years. So let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments down below.